Hey, what's up everybody? It is Mark with the My Front Range Living team, and it is time for the July 2021 Colorado Springs Real Estate Market Update, and we're going to get started right now. Hey, what's going on everybody? It is Mark with the My Front Range Living team, powered by RE/MAX Integrity. We're a team of full-time real estate agents here in Colorado Springs, and it is time for the July 2021 Colorado Springs Real Estate Market Update. Now, this is a great update. So if you're thinking about moving to Colorado Springs, you're already living in Colorado Springs, whatever it looks like, you're looking to buy a home in Colorado Springs, this is the information you have been looking for. And I'll tell you what, quite frankly, it's the information I've been looking for. We have been hearing for months, when is it going to slow down? When are we going to see a change? When are we going to see any sort of shift that takes us away from seller's market into a buyer's market? Well, we're certainly not in a buyer's market by any stretch of the imagination, but we did start to see some leveling out. So let's dive right in, and we'll get started with the single family homes. So sales for July were 1844. Now that's up from June when we were at 1816, and well below this time last year, July of 2020, when we were at 1978. And again, that has to do with the inventory. But let's go down a line here and let's talk about the average sales price. Gang, we went down. Now, not a ton. We went from 503 in June to 501 in July, but still, that's indicative, and we'll talk more about it, but that's indicative of the market kind of settling down a little bit. We really do believe that buyer weariness is kind of settling in. So, 501 in July, but that's way up from July of 2020 when we were at 427.5. So we've still seen a substantial jump of about $70,000 to $73,000 in the average sales price. It's a substantial jump. So this is where I want to hang the hat. Total active homes, 981, way up from 777 in June. So that's fantastic. We're talking a net of 200 homes. So of course we're still well below where we were this time last year at 1390, but still 981. It's really important. Remember, as we talk about every single month, these are for the entire Pikes Peak region. This is not El Paso County. This is not just Colorado Springs. This is the Pikes Peak region. So when we get really hyper local, it's still super competitive. So that's really good. That's indicative, and that's what I want to talk to you about the market kind of correcting itself. We talk about Colorado Springs and being hyper local in that space, and we can be, but we've seen more price reductions of late. We've seen homes staying on the market anywhere between 10 days and 2 weeks, which is fantastic for those of you buying. Not quite the rush that it was, where homes are gone in 24 to 48 hours, several $1,000s over asking. It's starting to get to the point where a home has to be listed at market value in order to create intrigue. And again, we were talking about buyer fatigue. Gang, we've been talking about this for the last several weeks. We really do just believe that buyers are kind of calming down a little bit. Maybe they've signed another one-year lease. There's all sorts of different circumstances, but the reality of it is this. You can only get kicked in the gut so many times. Those of you who are buying in this market right now, you absolutely get this. Lord knows I get it. I mean, we've thrown a lot of offers out there. We've seen countless houses put in a ton of offers and still no results. So that's really tough. But it is nice that we're starting to see that homes are having to be competitively priced, appropriately priced at market value rather than higher than what they were at one time, and still getting offers. So that was single family lots. Let's hop into our condos and townhomes. All right, so condos and townhomes, very much the same situation as we were in single family. Here we go. The sales, they were up from 222 in June to 241 in July, still substantially down from 263 in July of 2020, which of course, as we talked about earlier, has everything to do with inventory. Not nearly as many homes, not nearly as many sales. It makes sense. Average sales price, here you go. We went down from 331.3 to 324.8. So that's a noticeable difference. Now granted, condos and townhomes are a little bit tougher to come by. We've talked about that. Obviously, the numbers are far lower in regards to availability and inventory, but a $7,000 difference is really great for those of you who are looking to hop into the condo and townhome market. So 324.8 in July of 2021 compared to 276.7 in July of 2020. So that's still a pretty substantial jump. When we talk about almost a $50,000 swing, that's substantial. So you're still seeing a value increase year over year, but it's starting to plateau and grow at a little bit slower pace. So let's talk total active homes. And again, Pikes Peak region, not just specific to El Paso County and Colorado Springs, but the Pikes Peak region. So total active homes went up by almost 42, I believe. So it went from 62 homes available total active in June to 104 in July. Now, that's still way down from 162 July 2020. So year over year, we're still way down. However, that question all of us have been having, hey, when is this going to slow down? When are we going to start to see a little bit more sustainable pace? We're starting to see that. However, it's really important. Homes that are appropriately priced in our market are still very desirable and often getting well over asking. Just because we're starting to see a little bit of a pullback with that buyer fatigue doesn't mean that demand is not still out there. Demand is still very much real, especially for homes priced well below average. So think that $3 to $350 range. That's a huge price range for single family homes. And we're also seeing homes go well above asking in the appropriate neighborhoods at market value. So it's still competitive. Buyers are still very much out there, but we're starting to see the beginning of a little bit of a sustainable growth pattern, which is awesome. So, as always, if you are thinking about moving to Colorado Springs, we have a relocation guide. It's in the description of the video below. We would love for you to have that. That's yours. Just gives you a little bit more information about moving to Colorado Springs. We are putting out content every single week to help you make Colorado Springs feel like home. If you would like to compare this month's numbers to last month's numbers, last month's market update is right here. You can check that out, and we're happy to answer any questions you have. Please feel free to reach out. We're happy to help. Once again, I am Mark Hubert with the My Front Range Living Team, powered by RE/MAX Integrity. Thanks so much for stopping by. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.